Have you ever wondered why an amazing technology, carrying timeless power, was discontinued after just a few short years? The 1960s was the golden era of the American automotive industry. A period when each car manufacturer pushed themselves to create the most powerful and efficient engines possible. Chevrolet, a legendary name in American automotive history, shocked the entire world by abruptly discontinuing production of its most advanced engine technology after only 3 short years. This decision not only stunned car enthusiasts but also left countless unanswered questions. This engine once stood as Chevrolet's pride and symbol of power, achieving astonishing performance both on the racetrack and on the streets. But why did Chevrolet decide to kill off a technology that was expected to pave the way for the future of sports cars? Could there be hidden secrets behind this controversial decision that the manufacturer has never clearly disclosed? In today's video, join me as we revisit history to uncover little-known truths about this surprising and shocking decision. The answers will genuinely amaze you. In 1957, Chevrolet first shook the automotive industry by introducing mechanical fuel injection. This was a huge leap forward compared to traditional carburetor engines, which were notoriously fuel-consuming and unstable. This groundbreaking new technology delivered superior performance, significantly increased power, and unprecedented smoothness of operation. Chevrolet quickly implemented this system into the legendary Corvette, sparking a true revolution in performance both on the racetrack and on the streets. At the time, Chevrolet's engine using this new technology was seen as a genuine game-changer, not only due to its outstanding acceleration and superior performance but also because of its pioneering role in global automotive technology. However, few people back then realized that alongside this advanced technology came highly complex technical issues that not everyone could handle. These very problems later became a burden, forcing Chevrolet to reconsider its widespread adoption of this innovative technology. When Chevrolet launched the improved 327 cubic inch version in 1962, its power far exceeded everyone's expectations, capable of producing up to 360 horsepower with impressive torque. The car could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds, an outstanding achievement in the early 1960s. This remarkable performance drove speed enthusiasts wild with excitement. However, just at this seemingly peak moment, Chevrolet faced fierce competition from its own engine lineup, particularly larger displacement engines, big blocks. New engines like the 396 V8 delivered superior power yet came with significantly lower costs and reduced complexity, quickly gaining consumer favor. Despite being lighter, more agile, and better balanced, the high cost and complexity became significant barriers that gradually overshadowed the 327 version. Reality showed that pure power does not always decide everything. In this specific competition, simplicity and cost-effectiveness ultimately prevailed, marking a regrettable end to a technology full of potential. A powerful engine and impressive performance aren't necessarily the only factors that guarantee long-term success for automotive products. Chevrolet soon realized this when confronted with numerous challenging technical issues emerging from the operation of this advanced technology. In fact, the mechanical fuel injection system developed by Rochester, despite being a remarkable leap forward, demanded considerable meticulousness in maintenance and repair. An alarming statistic revealed that nearly 25% of car owners experienced severe difficulties with this system. This wasn't necessarily due to design flaws, but rather stemmed from a shortage of skilled mechanics capable of correctly addressing technical problems. Most independent repair shops at the time lacked the specialized tools and properly trained technicians required to maintain this new technology. This deficiency in skill sets and equipment led to a multitude of incorrect maintenance procedures, causing damage to vehicles and eroding owner confidence. Consequently, many car owners felt compelled to switch back to simpler carburetor-equipped engines to avoid these complications. When users couldn't easily repair or maintain the complex system, they were forced to make more economically sensible decisions, even if that meant abandoning a technology that had been highly anticipated. Thus, seemingly minor maintenance-related issues significantly contributed to Chevrolet's major and regrettable decision. If technical problems weren't severe enough, economic pressures certainly dealt the final blow that compelled Chevrolet to end this technology. In 1965, customers wanting to own a Corvette equipped with advanced fuel injection technology had to pay an extra $538, equivalent to approximately 25% of the car's base price. Meanwhile, opting for a standard carburetor delivering similar performance required only around $129. This price gap was enormous, especially during a period when consumers were highly sensitive to costs and maintenance expenses. Moreover, replacement parts for this advanced technology were exclusively available through authorized Chevrolet dealerships and were not widely distributed on the open market. As a result, maintenance and component replacement became extremely costly and time-consuming. This reality gradually pushed customers away from an innovative yet inconvenient technology. These economic issues forced Chevrolet to confront a harsh truth. A cutting-edge technology that doesn't align with mass-market affordability simply cannot endure in the long run. Although painful, the decision to discontinue production at that time became an unavoidable choice. In 1965, Chevrolet finally made the difficult decision to discontinue its advanced fuel injection technology. At the time, this move seemed reasonable under fierce competitive pressures from larger displacement engines, simpler, easier to maintain power plants that matched contemporary customer tastes and trends. Big block engines like the 396 V8 and 427 V8 quickly dominated the market due to their outstanding performance, lower costs, and straightforward maintenance. However, when viewed from today's perspective, many automotive experts argue this decision lacked strategic long-term vision. Real-world experience has since demonstrated that high-performance sports cars benefit significantly more from lightweight, balanced, and agile characteristics rather than pure horsepower alone. Compact, balanced engines consistently hold advantages in providing superior handling dynamics and driving experiences, particularly on winding roads and technical racing circuits. Thus, while terminating this cutting-edge technology may have been economically justified at the time, it remains one of Chevrolet's greatest historical regrets. It continues to spark nostalgia among today's classic car enthusiasts, leaving them with the enduring question: could things have turned out differently had Chevrolet persevered just a little longer? After nearly 2 decades since Chevrolet's advanced technology vanished from the market, the year 1982 marked a memorable turning point when Chevrolet decided to revive this once-forgotten idea, but in a new, simpler, and friendlier form. The reasons behind this comeback were clear: meeting increasingly strict emission standards and fuel efficiency regulations, requirements that traditional carburetor engines simply could not adequately fulfill. Chevrolet introduced the Crossfire injection fuel injection system, paired with a 350 cubic inch engine delivering 230 horsepower. Although the output no longer reached the peak power levels of the 1960s, this level of performance was reasonable given the necessity to balance power, fuel efficiency, and compliance with the new emission standards. This return demonstrated that Chevrolet's earlier discontinued technology wasn't fundamentally flawed. The real issues lay solely in its complexity and operating costs. The Crossfire injection clearly showed that Chevrolet had learned from its past experiences, developing technology that was easier to maintain while retaining the fundamental advantages of the original fuel injection concept. This revival laid a significant foundation, enabling fuel injection technology to become a standard in the modern automotive industry, opening a new chapter for Chevrolet towards more sustainable and efficient development. Although regrettably discontinued by Chevrolet, the fuel injection technology of the 1960s remains an important milestone, an iconic innovation continuously sought after by classic car enthusiasts. To this day, this technology is still praised as being ahead of its time, a symbol of bold and groundbreaking decisions in the history of the American automotive industry. Not only beloved by collectors, it is widely acclaimed for its creativity and the outstanding performance it delivered. Despite its brief existence, the legacy left behind by this technology endures as a constant reminder of the delicate balance between technological innovation and practical business decisions. The valuable lessons drawn from Chevrolet's discontinuation of this technology have shaped numerous strategic decisions within the company and influenced the global automotive industry at large. The resurgence of fuel injection technology in the 1980s, eventually becoming the standard feature on virtually all modern vehicles today, highlights the enduring practical value that Chevrolet once prematurely overlooked. Had Chevrolet been more patient with their decision at the time, they might have been decades ahead of the automotive industry, leveraging their pioneering advantage and setting the trend towards sustainable performance for American sports cars. Looking back at history, Chevrolet's decision to discontinue its pioneering fuel injection technology, a technology once filled with great expectation, clearly demonstrates that short-term sensible choices may not always be optimal from a long-term perspective. Although this decision made perfect business sense at that moment, when customers prioritized bigger, simpler engines, Chevrolet undoubtedly missed out on a valuable opportunity to develop a highly promising technology. Fortunately, Chevrolet learned from their mistakes in later years, reviving fuel injection technology with enhancements that made it more efficient, easier to maintain, and more user-friendly. Through this story, we clearly see that sometimes the most important factor is not absolute power or the lowest cost, but rather achieving a perfect balance between performance, affordability, and sustainable longevity. Ultimately, the legacy left behind by the Fuelie 327 engine remains a vivid testament to Chevrolet's, and indeed the entire American auto industry's, bold spirit of creativity and innovation. Hopefully, Chevrolet and other automakers will continue to learn from past successes and failures to build stronger, more efficient, and smarter vehicles in the future. What do you think about Chevrolet's potential to bring back this legendary engine again in the future? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to join me in discovering more fascinating automotive stories in upcoming videos.